Welcome back everyone. This is the final video lecture for the chapter number 2 of class 8 mathematics, that was linear equations. Now in this video we are going to do a quick recap. We have already learnt about all the topics under this chapter and now we will just revise everything. So all above concepts that we have studied till now are: an algebraic equation is an equality involving variables. We have studied that what is an algebraic equation? It is actually an equality that involves variables, and it says that the value of expression on one side of the equality sign is equal to the value of the expression on the other side. Or we can say that it says that left hand side equals to right hand side. This is what this equation says. In linear equations in one variables, expressions which form the equation contain only one variable. So what are the linear equations in one variable? These are those expressions which form the equation and contain only one variable. Such expressions or such equations are known as linear equations in one variable. Further, the equations are linear. Now, why are such equations called linear? Equations are called linear when the highest power of the variable appearing in the equation is 1. That is, if degree of the variable in that equation is 1, then such an equation is said to be a linear equation. A linear equation. Because the highest power of the variable or the degree of the variable is 1. A linear equation may have for its solution any rational number. We concluded this also, that a linear equation can have its solution as any rational number. What were the other concepts that we studied? We studied that an equation may have linear expressions on both the sides. Equations that we studied in class 6th and 7th had just a number on one side of the equation. So we just proceeded more from class 6th and 7th and we learned that an equation may have linear expressions on both of its sides. Just as numbers, variables can also be transposed from one side of the equation to the other. We also learned that like numbers that can be transposed from one side to the other side of the equation, similarly we can also transpose variables from one side to the other side of the equation. Occasionally, the expressions forming equations have to be simplified before we can solve them by usual methods. At last, we actually studied about some of the very complex equations and how we solve those. We first of all simplify those equations and then we use all the usual methods. Some equations may not even be linear to begin with, but they can be brought to a linear form by multiplying both sides of the equation by a suitable expression. We also did some of the examples where we had to multiply both sides of the equation by suitable expression in order to make that equation linear and then solve it. At last, we studied about the applications also. So, the utility of linear equations is in their diverse applications. There are a lot of applications of such linear equations. Different problems on numbers. Yes, we did many examples that were related to the numbers. Many again examples that were related to the ages of mother, her son or daughter, and two friends, and many more people. We did some example related to perimeter also. That was the perimeter of the rectangle. So this means that you have to remember the perimeter formulas as well. And then we did combination of currency notes. Yes, we did it. We did some examples related to it, and so on can be solved using linear equations. And in solving all these examples, what we did use the application of linear equations. We solved it by using linear equations and the methods to solve such equations. This was all that was about our chapter number 2 of class 8 mathematics, linear equations in one variable. Thank you for joining me on study room. We will connect again for the next chapter. Till then, take care. Bye bye.